Protecting children is now all our responsibility. This is an information video for paid staff and volunteers of community information and support organisations, created by CISVIC. Following the release of the Betrayal of Trust report, an inquiry into the handling of sexual abuse by religious and non-government organisations, the Victorian Government has made amendments to legislation and introduced child safe standards to strengthen the safeguarding of children. There is now a complex legal framework for the protection of children in Victoria. This framework includes working with children checks, mandatory reporting, a new failure to disclose criminal offence, new child safe standards for organisations that provide services for children, and duty of care. You may be thinking that we don't work with children or young people. In relation to the failure to disclose offence, a child is anyone under the age of 16. Here are two examples of when you might work with a child. You might see a young teenage mother who comes to you as she has no food to feed her baby. In your conversation, you find out she is under 16. Or a client might tell you about a child they know being sexually abused. In both these situations, you have a legal responsibility and a duty of care. In this video, we will cover what is a reasonable belief, exemptions to reporting, and how and when to make a report. Reporting child sexual abuse is now a community-wide responsibility. As community support workers, and also as adults in the community, you have a legal obligation to report any reasonable belief that a sexual offence has been committed by an adult against a child under 16 years. Failure to disclose the information to police is a criminal offence with the maximum penalty of 3 years imprisonment. A reasonable belief is not the same as having proof. It is formed if a reasonable person in the same position would have formed the same belief on the same grounds. For example, a reasonable belief might be formed when a child tells you that they or a child they know has been sexually abused, someone who knows a child states that the child has been sexually abused, or signs of sexual abuse lead to a belief that the child has been sexually abused. There are a number of exemptions to the reporting requirements. These include where the person reporting fears for their safety or the safety of another person, where the information has already been disclosed to the authorities, where the victim requests confidentiality, where the person with the reasonable belief is a child, where the information would be privileged, such as client legal privilege, or where the information is already in the public domain, for example, on television. You must explore these exemptions thoroughly before deciding if they apply to you. Failing to disclose a sexual offence based on concerns for the interests of the perpetrator or organisation, such as concerns about reputation, legal liability or financial status, will not be regarded as a reasonable excuse. Every worker must be aware of the processes that their organisation has in place for responding to child safety concerns and how to access the relevant policies and procedures. When responding and managing a disclosure, listen to the person making the disclosure. Stay calm and allow them to speak. Obtain and document specific information such as when and where did the incident happen? Did anyone see the incident? Who was there? And what was said or done? Establish whether a report has been made. If a report of the disclosure has been made to either the police or child protection, there is no obligation for you to make a further report. If no report has been made, firstly, consult appropriate colleagues and managers. Then, if you feel uncertain about whether your belief is reasonable, contact other support organisations, such as Child First or Child Protection. They can assist in making a professional judgment regarding the situation. If a child or young person is in immediate danger, a report must be made to the police, either on 000 or to your local police station. For general concerns about the safety of a child or young person, report to either Child Protection or your local Child First intake. Always ensure you fully document any action you take, including all disclosures and conversations with your manager, Child First, Child Protection or the police. So in summary, where do you go for guidance regarding child safety concerns? Refer to your organisation's policies and procedures. Speak to co-workers, a manager, or contact Child Protection, Child First or the police. Or go online to CISFIC's dedicated webpage for more information about your legal responsibilities. The information contained in this video is intended as general commentary and should not be regarded as legal advice. Proudly brought to you by the CISFIC team and our wonderful students on placement. Thank you for watching.